So we're going through the tunnel at Flemington. It's a Tuesday before Derby Day. I think there's 5 Group 1s in one day. The whole of the world is watching what happens here at Flemington in the next week. The excitement level is unprecedented. It's quite unbelievable. It's like we're in Charing Cross Station. Roger and I are walking on here this morning. Any other day it'd be as quiet as anything. This morning there's a hub about. Jason, just let him go nice and quiet on the sand. Trot him around. If you're happy with him, then just let him go nice and quiet on the sand, making him amuse himself. Yep. Last night, the Melbourne Cup came back to Melbourne. It had been on tour in 34 countries of the world. All over Australia, the Melbourne Cup had travelled to small towns, over to New Zealand, to country places. It's just amazing to think that this wonderful trophy, this wonderful cup, can bring so many people together. And this is Forever Love just going up with Troy, Woodbine just in front with Vlad. You've got a pair going together, Excess Knowledge and Pornichet. Both racing this week, coming up. Stephen Arnold on the inside on Excess Knowledge. Damien Oliver on the outside on Pornichet. Excess Knowledge, Pornichet. Excess Knowledge gets a slight head over him, but then you've got to remember that he's raced. He's had 2 runs under his belt and he's nice and fit. Now this is Woodbine up the straight. The white sleeves and the red light going blink, blink, blink. Just nicely held together by Vlad, going to the post. Nice metered gallop. A recap of the horses you've ridden this morning, Vlad. What did you ride? What were you pleased with?
I rode Woodbine Gay and he just worked sensationally. I was really pleased with him. His action was great and he was pulling me out of the saddle. I was very pleased.
Was he really?
Yes, he was great.
Well, Woodbine races on Saturday and you can put your money on him. I don't know, Vlad, I don't know if you're throwing your leg over him on Saturday, but you are throwing your leg over a pretty good mare on this week, coming on Saturday. What is it?
Dre Fontaine, she was sensational first up, and I'm really looking forward to riding her down the
That's
straight.
not a word you're using a lot of this morning, Sensei, but she did, didn't she, run absolutely super first up?
Yeah, she did. She really attacked the line really well, and yeah, I'm looking forward to riding her down the straight on Saturday.
And can she win?
Yeah, I think so. She drops a kilo and a half, and I'm excited about riding.
Now, Campbell Brown owns a very lovely filly. And the name of your horse is?
Sweet Idea.
Sweet Idea. And why did you name it Sweet Idea?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't think I've ended up voting for it, but I think it was the Hendersons that got that vote through.
Because you're in a group with a group of mates, aren't you?
Yeah.
And what did you buy at Magic Millions?
The Magic Millions a few years ago now. So.
And we were all sitting around the table there while the hammer went down, and there was great camaraderie and carry on, wasn't there?
No, it's good fun.
Yeah, it is good fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is.
I love it. I think she can get the mole, no worries.
I don't think she'll do it with her eyes shut.
Okay.
Why do I say that? You'd understand it being a footballer. You know, when you're playing against your own age, so to speak, it's a lot easier than if you're playing the more experienced older boys, correct? Well, when she comes up against the men, the males, it's a lot harder for her to win the race. But she's against fillies and mares. Big advantage. She's so workmanlike about what she does. Clipping over the grass, a little white star on her forehead. Beautiful work. Really beautiful work. Absolutely. Forever Loved, a daughter of High Chaparral, races in the Group 1 Maya Classic on Saturday. This is a race solely for fillies and mares, and it's one of the most prestigious Group 1 female races in the Southern Hemisphere. She's going to take a stack of beating. She'll probably be very long odds. She's got every credential to win the race, and she's looking a treat. Troy confirmed, he said she's probably best when she's a bit on the fresh side. I thought that was a very smart observation. Muscovado, she runs in the Wakefield Stakes, a big ask. But this filly has run a third at Black Type. And there's nothing for her in Sydney, but there's plenty for her here. What a magnificent individual she is. The programming is a lot better in Melbourne. They seem to have got it right in a major way. Much more open races and a lot more races for the fillies. I think it's important. It's amazing the number of female horses racing in Australia. Everyone wants to have a filly and breed from it. And if the racing program isn't there, it's a lot harder. for the trainers and most importantly for the owners who are paying the bills. So on the course proper, surrounded by press, the most remarkable thing, a sea of press here watching the horses. What a wonderful sight. In front of us are Hampton Court with Jason Lee and his sparring partner Diamond Drill with Troy, my track rider. I'm not trying to bust a boiler this morning, they're just getting into their rhythm. Get a feel of the track. Now coming around the turn before they straighten and head up the home straight. Diamond Drill heads to the Maya Classic, Hampton Court to the Derby. Both big strong horses, muscle tone galore, products of Ranvet. Diamond Drill on the outside, Hampton Court the in. Not being asked to do too much, just nice stretch and extend. Hampton Court on the inside, Diamond Drill the out. Lovely stretching work.
Horse number one, Hampton Court for the First Lady of Australian Racing, Gai Waterhouse, who of course has won the Derby previously. Hampton Court, a brilliant winner of the Spring Champion Stakes last time out in track record time. Gai puts the hat on to drawing barrier number 11 for Hampton Court. Hampton Court's attempting though to be the fourth horse in history to win the Spring Champion Stakes Amy Victoria Derby double.
Monday morning I've returned from Melbourne to get the horses in my mind. Confederate comes off a last start win. I couldn't be more delighted the way the geldings progressed. You can put your money on him, he'll be winning again on Saturday. Brooklyn is heading to Saturday's 2-year-old race.
He settled well. Steve let me know that he could just go a little bit keen, but he actually settled really nicely. His last furlong was strong, very strong.
Can he win Saturday?
I think he can, yeah.
This morning, Joss Parr partnered him. He said he was my best of the morning. He said, I really like the gelding. He gave me a very good field. Saturday's D-Day. I can't wait.
For Spaniel. Yeah, I think he can make the next step this preparation because he's so much more relaxed.
Okay.
Where before he had a lot of nervous energy.
Yes. For Spaniel, Tom Berry feels has really made a quantum leap. He said before, last few preparations, he was living on nervous energy, but he said now he's very relaxed. All he wants to do is just concentrate on being a racehorse.
Excellent.
I thought she was excellent.
She's very happy on herself.
Exceline has now got a new name. Steve O'Halloran said she was excellent. He said, I couldn't have been more delighted. He said, she's holding her condition. She felt really strong under me. 2-year-olds change dramatically in the year between 2 and 3. The way they grow, the muscle tone and the bone development is very important, particularly for what you feed them. With Ranvet, I find it gives them a very balanced diet and wonderful supplements. This is what can often be lacking in the feed, but the supplements, the Ranvet supplements, give that extra that the horse really needs. The most important thing is balance. Balance in your life, in the training, and in the dietary needs.
Dr. Percy Sykes helped thousands of trainers through his research in the early 1980s, and one of his biggest successes was through his improvements in protein utilisation, which enabled horses to reach maturity earlier. So Mel's brought out a horse for us. Mel, who do you have here?
This is a really nice early 2-year-old. He's by Northern Meteor. His name is D'Angelo, and he's just come back into work and he'll be getting ready for the big 2-year-old races next year.
Thanks, Mel. It's important for colts such as D'Angelo to have, we really want them to reach maturity earlier so that they're better able to cope with the stress of training and there's less incidents of breaking down in the stables.